And to me, when I look at it, I think the answer is this, because I know there's a lot of people that think, well, let's instant replay. No way in heck, that's not going to happen. Two reasons it's not going to happen. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Number one, this is a judgment call, whether you review it on replay or not. It's a judgment call. The other thing is we don't want to slow the game down on this call. So I know it's not going to happen.
There are people that are disagreeing with you, Rick.
I know. I don't
Chris
care.
Jones suggested after the game that he wanted to be reviewed. The Rams are now going to repropose that personal fouls or roughing the passer is reviewed. Adam Schefter's reporting that they're going to do it again. So is it any possibility, Troy, that this goes to that?
They have the latitude, which is great. They should propose it. The competition committee will hear it, and frankly, the membership can vote on it. But, Coach, you're absolutely right. We tried to put in pass interference 3 years ago. A absolute disaster for the game in the National Football League. When do you end? We hear all the time, leave the game in the stadiums. Let the game be played in the stadium. Why do you want New York City involving themselves on the play? You're going to have judgment calls every week.
High def,
that's what I'm saying. To me, it's this. I'll say this. Before you throw the flag, just be slow to throw. That's it. To me, I think sometimes we're looking at it, oh, it's gone. I think sometimes if they just let the play come out, just pause for a second, I think that might be a better solution than going to a replay and doing different things like that. It's just my personal opinion.
But we're all over it. We'll look at it. We're entertain it. And I can say this lastly before we go out. I grew up in an era, your old man, the body bag era. Think about that, where you got rewarded and so on and so forth for putting people in. We're just at a different place. And health and safety, in particular the quarterback, it makes our game rich. Different game, safer game, better game. And we're going to have judgment calls like this throughout the duration of the season.
And you know, even if my dad was still coaching, the thing that he loved more than anything were the players.
Yes. And the players keep adjusting. We saw Chris and Micah talk. If you look, number 99 does it the best. Gets that head to the side. He plays the 1 gap, 3 gap. He plays all outside. So he's making those sacks, strip fumbles. So we give great examples every week on how we think that you can do it.
Yeah, so listen, there are guys. You mentioned Aaron Donald, Max Crosby, another guy. Those two guys probably do it better than anybody. But there's 90% of the league is kind of freaking out right now. I would think like the fans are freaking out right now. Where's the coaching and the education? Because honestly, as a quarterback, it almost makes, like, I don't feel good about this. Like, I'm like, you're making us look soft.
But we saw the adjustment in the Thursday night game. We saw Washington make the adjustments, sweating that group. They had a bunch of hits on the QB on Fields. We saw the adjustment. Head to the side, wrapping, not the fake where we have to identify, did he get his arms out? He released the arm so you didn't get the body weight. We saw the adjustment just past Thursday, opening up week 6.
Troy, change is hard. And I think everybody's kind of experiencing this in real time. When you fall in love with something, when it looks a certain way, and then things start to change, I think that's why there's so much passion behind this, because they feel like the game that they grew up loving looks like something different now. What I'm getting from you is that there is no going back. That at this point, what do you want to say?
Does it irritate you a little bit as a former defensive player? I know you got to follow the rules, Troy, and I ain't got to say the right thing, but inside, does it irritate you just a little?
It doesn't irritate me because
come on, man.
I grew up and I was taught a way that when I look at it today with my boys saying, that wasn't right.
Okay.
And I think we're getting it. We're getting it right. We can't go back from what. Look at our teammates. We all see our teammates, people that you've coached, people you've played against. Man, this head and neck thing it's real. And it has long-term impact.
See, we didn't know that back in the day.
Right.
Nobody wanted to maim a player or anything. You wanted to hit him as hard as you possibly could within the confinements of the rules. Well, guess what? The rules have changed to protect our players, and we have a better game because of it. So I appreciate that. But on some of these things, I think we just got to look at, hey, it's still tackle football. It has to be tackle football. That's why everybody loves this game. And this is just something, I just think if we're slow to throw the flag, I think we'll get more of these correct than we would if we didn't.
It's a great idea. I hope they take a look at it. I really appreciate you coming and taking all the fire and being here and giving us some clarity on the NFL stance in all of this. We will all be looking.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.